All right, I think we're good there. Back camera on. Dual. I don't understand why it's not giving me a video. There it is. All right. We're trying a slightly different angle today. I hope you guys don't mind. This is the stuff I normally do, but I couldn't get the camera to turn on, so... Or I do before I start. All right. I need my chat up. All right. Is this gonna work right? It works. Let's try that instead, though. Don't mind the mess. I'm cleaning that up soon. I don't want to say tomorrow, but soon. In case my buddy watches this later. Considering tomorrow I'm probably going to hitting this with 3000 grit sandpaper and doing a video on how to get surface rust off your lathe bed. Is that? I'm going to try to angle this up a touch more. Oh, and we got a video that's coming up soon. The first pen I made of 2026. Also a new style I'm playing with. Well, by new style, I mean I haven't played with it in a while, and I might have already done a fair bit of testing on them. I just need to find where the kits are at the moment. We're definitely going to be doing some of those today. Found it. I want that one too. That's seam rippers. Those are seam rippers. All right. Not that I have any pens at all to work on for this year. This is 50 kits, by the way. All right. Let me grab some blanks. We'll get this set up to drill and we'll get started. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I just realized I haven't shared this anywhere yet, so I'm gonna grab blanks and share this. Really want to try to get some Facebook action going today. Considering I wanted to do this over New Year's and then was too tired to be safe. And yesterday I was just too out of it. Or no, yesterday I was about to start it and then I got a text from a customer that wanted a custom board done that was able to pick it up yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go do that. And with plans I had later in the day, I didn't have time to get out here and get live. So sorry for all the delays, but I'm here. All right, we're going to my business page on Facebook. Come join me live now. All right. Sorry, I was using voice to text because my hands are full. I'm trying to do entirely too much. I'm also taking votes for what we should do on this for one of these blanks. I have one left. This one's mine, by the way. All right. Got my hot tea. Need some more wood. Keep your head out of the gutter, people. You know what? I'll do a couple of pieces of zebra wood. I know this is thrilling, but I'm trying to go quick. Alright, definitely want a green piece of stabilized to play with. I want my pink stabilized. Actually, we're going to use both of these. Hopefully I can get more soon. Alright, purple stabilized wood. When I say stabilized, it has stabilized resin in it, and as I turn this, it'll actually turn purple. They look black until you start cutting into them a little bit. How many of these do I have? I got 6 of those. So we're gonna do 2 with that, 1 with that. I want some more black wood done. I definitely need to run back down to Amish country. I fell in love with this African blackwood I picked up. Once it's off the lathe, it looks absolutely beautiful. Same with ebony. Honestly, I have a hard time telling the difference between the two. They're both really pretty, but all right. I'm gonna put something between this, then I'll get too mixed up. I apologize, I can't see chat, but I will ask you this. Do you guys want to... If I have the glue I need, I might try one that I've never been able to successfully turn before. If I don't have the glue I need, but you guys want to see it, I will save it for the next live we do. I'm gonna grab a few of those. A couple of these. All right. Yeah, I think everybody abandoned me. Just so alone. Alright. I need to pull one more thing up. Let's see, we got one person watching. I apologize for the late start because was not anticipating on being held up. What else do I need? Because what I try to do is pull all the wood I need and then start the actual drilling so I don't have to keep going back and forth. All right. I got 6 cigar pens. We got 6 blanks. Let's get this thing set up to drill. All right, we got that. Got a text. This is what I get for not watching chat closely, boops. No, I got lunch and then it took a little bit in the drive-thru to get out, and somebody else held me up this morning when I was out and about running errands and trying to get home. All right. I need one more thing and then I can actually get to drilling. And that is the tubes. It's a 2-tube pen. One's about a 1/8 inch longer than the other. So we got that. I got a full battery on the Portaband. And now I just need a marker, which is right here. Then I always, whenever I mark these, I always try to leave myself a little bit of extra room. That way when I square it off, I don't have to worry about anything acting up. And I just put the that way whenever I put the tubes in, they'll go in this way and this way and this way, and then that minimizes how much loss I get in the middle. So if I'm trying to keep it matched with the grain, it'll stay matched. We'll just mark these. This way when I go to hit them when I start to drill them out, all I got to do is just drill, cut, drill, cut, drill, cut. It always takes a little longer to get everything marked up this way. But in the long run, it is quicker. All right. So there's those 6 ready to go. I didn't said I cleaned. I said I organized my pen blanks. And honestly, that's all from the resin project I did for Christmas and pen blanks right before the last show. I got some metal parts in there I need to find before I can sweep everything up and just blindly throw it away. What's that? These are all going to go into a bowl eventually. Look at that color. Look at that color. I love Cocobolo. It's so pretty. I need this heat up a little more. One thing I hate about getting everything set up is finding the right balance of everything. So that thing of pencils over there. I gotta find a new place to hide my phone so you guys can't see what I'm watching. Alright. And I really don't want to smash my watch face out, so that's gonna come off. When I come up under here, that's one of my more expensive watches. I really don't meant to take it off before I came out here and forgot to. And just so you know, off camera, I always put my pen blanks with the pens they go with on top of the case. So anytime I turn off, that's usually what I'm doing. This is a piece of zebra wood. Alright. There. All right. I don't know if we're, by the way, I'm not sure if we're actually going to turn these today, but I need to get a head start on grilling stuff. By the way, you guys liking the new angle? Yeah. Is your zebra wood drilled? Sorry, I just realized I need to put these little cubes somewhere, so I got a basket here I'm unfolding. That way I can just throw them in there. I know where they're at. As I find more when I clean at some point in the future, which y'all want to make comments, I will start throwing them in there, because I'm really wanting to get at least one bowl made with that this year. Crap, I need to go somewhere for stabilizing resin today. This is another type of wood I've never actually worked with. It's the first time I've ever done anything with it. This is acacia. Quite expensive wood too. Fortunately, pen blanks don't cost much, since a lot of places will cut them and sell them if they have any type of turners, because it doesn't take much to turn it, and we'll actually pay money for them, then they don't got to throw them away, so they practically give them away. I'm not ready to take that off yet. Cut this. That cuts like butter. It can be. I try to minimize it, but the deeper that drill bit goes, the more likely it is to squeak. Because if you notice, sometimes it flexes up and down. That's when you know it's going to be loud, if you see that flexing starting. Honestly, it reminds me of my cat, though. She squeaks all the time. No rhyme or reason, just squeak, 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 squeak. This one's going to be too short to do anything with the plump. Sorry. It's going to be too short to do anything else with it, so I'm just cutting it in half now, so I don't got to do it later. Because it's easier when it's up and suspended. Yeah. You know what? I'm trying to space stuff out over there, so that's why I'm trying different orders. There. Insertion. If anybody gets where that joke is from, I will be amazed. Gap on there. Check that. Look at the chat. Not insertion. That's another part of the problem. That hole's wobbling. That means this wasn't quite perfectly square with it. That's why a lot of pen turn is like a drill press. I just don't like the one I have for doing this because I got to reposition too much stuff all the time. This is a whole lot faster. I put that in backwards. Ow, that was sharp. I don't think I could do that again if I tried. Okay, that's even better. That's the lazy way of doing this, by the way. Usually it takes more force than one hand, so that's why I do it the right way. Here we go. All right. That is our cigar pens drilled. Let's get on to the Vertex, which are fountain pens. I could have swore I had more than 2. I gotta have more out here. I got one place to check. I'll be right back. Although you can't get away from the sound of my voice. Yeah. I had more right there. I wonder if they're on my kitchen table. That might be where they're at. All right. Well, I have to track those down. That's something else I need to go to Amish country more for, to grab a few more of those. Of course, I don't have any. Yes, I do. I got paperwork on those. When I was breaking everything down, I was smart enough to throw them all in here. Sorry, I just distracted myself for a minute. I forgot about that one. There's Vertex. Okay, got it. Sorry for the distraction, but that just got me another pen kit, so I can get 3 of these drilled out. And I just need the paperwork and the tube, so I can glue everything up when we're done drilling, and then I can get everything else ready. I'm really glad I double checked that, because here I was thinking it was a 10 millimeter, 10.5 millimeter hole I need. That's why you always verify numbers on when you're doing this. I couldn't tell you how many times I have like 1 or 2 blanks of what I need specifically, and then drill the wrong one. So that's gonna be one of them. Oh, and don't forget, folks, we got this one that I'm trying to figure out what kind of pen I want to put it in. I made one for me with it, which is my fountain pen right here. So that's weird. That's Cocobolo, and that's Basot. I got to go through that box. It doesn't make sense. Why? How'd that get mixed up? It's probably Russian. All right, I need a 10.5 millimeter drill bit, which I believe is close to the top here. I need a better way of sorting my drill bits too. And I'm starting to need to replace some of these too, because some of them are a couple years old and they're getting dull. And they're at the point where I can't really sharpen them very well anymore. All right, sorry, I had a couple texts. All right, so we got this. Lock that down, lock this in. And I also just realized I just went right into drilling this without checking it against that piece. This is only a half length of the blank. The other half I gave to my girlfriend for Christmas on the same pen type. I might try this one on a chrome. But just to give you an idea how hot that is. That's water. I think that'd take much more. One of these days I'm gonna mess with you guys and use a different chuck that doesn't take the whammy bars to tighten up. Oh. I'll sand that one down. That's an easy fix. You know, let's do one with ebony, because I also have another pen I want to test out that I believe I can do a half blank on. Actually, since that kit's right here, I made a pen with that pink blank. Shoot. I gotta check a dimension right quick, folks. How big is 3/8 inch in millimeters? Okay, so this one is going to be slightly smaller. It looks like it might actually be longer, so it is not going to, that's going to be too tight to do both. All right. That's why I always like to double check. You know what, then I'm just going to do this, both of this for the other two, and I'm going to grab some more of these Vertex fountain pens. There'll be a little more sanding, but I'm not going to try to cut off a 1/8 inch. What are you talking about? You have no name? Almost sounds like you're losing your mind or something. Very unique smell right there. Woo! Smoking. Okay, it's not going to let me look at it on the phone I'm recording this off of, which is actually easier to see right now. One of my little tricks to get all the junk out of there easily. The water helps keep the temperature down too. I mean, you're not wrong, dude. Assuming you're a dude. And if not, that's mean. This one's definitely on the dull side. Here's my notepad. I thought I had one out here. I know where it's at. All right. Don't mind my clipboard. And you guys don't get to see my YouTube list. I like having this. It shows because I can go, yeah, here's all the different woods I work with. Only thing I forgot on it is cherry. Which is ironic because I work less with ash than cherry, and I totally have ash. Just because ash is hard to find. All right. I'm making a list of everything I need to grab it later. I'll remember the wood blanks for now. I also heard this thing pop, which I did not like that sound. All right, I'm past that line, so I can actually cut this down. And we're gonna give this a little bit of cooling. Then I need to grab my 3/8. All right, there's that. Where'd I put that tube at? There's that tube. As soon as I'm done drilling all this out, we're gonna glue everything up right here too, so you guys can see how we do all that. And yeah. Anybody want to go with me to Amish country next Saturday? I might know a really good buffet down there. Actually, I might know a couple of really good restaurants down that way. All right. There's that. We are done with those. I did not feel good at all. Holy cow. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do this one in Cocobolo. I haven't made a Cocobolo pen in a while. Yeah, and it's a gunmetal kit, so yeah, that'll look really good together. All right. Generally, if both ends have a good mix like that, where you got both colors in it, usually if you don't have to take it too small, there's a good chance you'll get both colors in the final pen. I don't usually waste a lot of time looking for it, but it's always nice to ow. What is catching my beard today? Ugh. There it is. A couple of these drill bits I can just spot because I've used them for so long. And that one came out of a DeWalt kit, not a pen making kit. I didn't see this point of spending $16 for a pen making drill bit when I can get one in a regular old kit like I use with my hand drills. And if anybody says that it does make a difference, I'm sure it might, but it hasn't to me yet, so I'm not sad I made the decision. I wish these openings were like 1.5 inches wider. All right. That I can do a light pull with. Whew. Anybody else besides me really tired today? Sorry, I'm checking my I'm not even sure what we're partying about in chat right now, but okay. Should see if I can find the executive pins I need to drill out too, because it takes a 3/8 bit. All right. Because this one is the only one, I just do one of those. Because I'm testing that one out, that way I don't lose track of what is what. I don't think mine. I'm going to see if I can find that executive. It should be fairly close to the top, I think. And I still got some more carbines and tanks I need to... Those are all pen kits, by the way. I see a Diva Charm. I got a couple medicals. Bunch of credit card pens I'm going to need to get done. I really should start working on my glaciers too. It's a little bit of a unique way of opening them, but once it's open, they're usually pretty good. I'm not seeing these executive pen kits in here. And again, executive is just the name of the pen. Missing. Okay. Maybe I didn't have some. I thought I did. That's all the ones I know that take a 3/8 off the top of my head that I thought I had. In that case, we're done with this entire setup. So, we're going to transition to... Oh. I do this to rub it in my buddy Josh's face if he ever watches the replay, because he's always telling me WD-40 everything. My knee hurts, WD-40. My ankle hurts, WD-40. I didn't get enough sleep, WD-40. I really hope that Chuck key is in here too. I should have another one of these drill chucks though, which is what's confusing me, because that one should have a 7mm already preloaded, ready to go. I don't see it anywhere. Oh. There's a 7mm bit. And here's the chuck key I need. Yay! Because this one takes a little bit more work to get set up to run, I lock it in with the bit I use the most. And if I could find the other one, I'm pretty sure I have another one of these 7mm bits floating around. What I would do is just keep swapping them out. That way they can, one's always cooling while the other one's in use. That way you never get anything too overly hot. You two are ridiculous. And I think we're going to hang on to this one because I really don't want to put it on a slim line, or in this case a trim line, which is basically the same thing. It's just fatter in the middle. So we'll do that. And we'll get started. I think this one's a little out of square. Hopefully it drills. All right. And for these, I just need one brass rod. And then mark that, mark that, mark that, X that. I think this one, just because I'm feeling lazy, I'm just going to do as we go. This is definitely basalt that I thought I pulled out of a Coca-Cola bin. You can tell basalt because when you're working with it and it's cut fresh, it smells just like pickle. Yeah, I'm not putting it through that way. That'll just to help keep the bit a little bit cooler. Because heat is a drill bit's worst enemy. And that's how our... So yeah, I got plenty of wood to work with there. Something tastes weird in that tea. Anybody get any fun tools for Christmas? All right. Ow. Smash that in. And anytime you see, if I don't always do the mark all the way down, that way it doesn't risk the marker bleeding into the wood where you might see it on the pen later. Which can actually happen. It stinks when it does. It's only bled through on me once. I wish you guys could see the setup we're using today. It looks ridiculous. First time I think I've ever done it completely without a tripod. A little proud of myself though, not gonna lie. There are things you use to crack rocks open so you can see what's inside. I haven't dropped one of those in a while doing it this way. Where's my phone? Sorry, I gotta check something real quick. I'm not even going to reply to that. No. And to the person that just texted me what you just texted me, you know who I'm talking to. Because I see your name in here. All right. Let's see if we can get this. These are really pretty, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I'm not doing the stabilized blanks today. I got a couple other things I want to use a few of them for. And I am trying to keep the pens these are going to go to are the less expensive ones I use. So I'm going to try to keep these around the $20 price range. My face is in plenty of my videos. If you really want to see my ugly mug. Also, I have a friend of mine that's extremely ridiculous, and I'm just kind of shaking my head at him right now. Because I don't know what else to do. All right, let's grab a couple of these. You know, I didn't grab any Purple Heart. Purple Heart looks great on these. And some walnut. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's far from the 50 we need, but I'm not looking to turn them all today. Or even drill them all today. I try to keep a few on hand. That way, if I get special orders for anything, I can just go, yeah, sure, I can do that. And we got one of my Crosscut Creation blanks here that I grabbed from a local store because I didn't realize the guy that worked there that made them, or the guy that makes these, actually worked there, and I could get them cheaper buying direct from him. The thing that was truly shocking me was it was the assistant manager that told me that. It wasn't even him. All right. And now to start drilling this. One second. You want a face reveal so bad? I'll give you a face reveal. Hi, how are you? It's me. Face reveal. The fact that I know you watched videos where my face is in full view is why I'm giving you grief, Mr. I don't have no name. I gotta say, it's really funny watching the video on here because I have a phone. Like, I'm almost looking over my phone to do this. Everything on the lathe is shaking like crazy when I'm rolling it back, and I look at the video and it's just rock solid because it's nothing is physically touching the lathe for what you guys are looking at. Poof. That's what happens when you overheat your drill bit. At least it smells good when it does that. But I'm serious, guys. If anybody out there turns pens, these Crosscut Creations are amazing. Absolutely amazing blanks. And like his Miracle Maker here, I'm covering up the price because you cannot get this size anymore. I grabbed the last of them. You guys saw his post about my generosity because he did have one. The Miracle Maker comes with every blank he sells. He makes a $1 donation to the local children's hospital. He has a whole write-up on his website about how he had to have some type of brain surgery when he was an infant or he wouldn't have survived. And they were able to pull it off, and he's here today. Considering I was over at his house New Year's Eve. I think it was New Year's Eve. No, it was December 30th. It was the eve to New Year's Eve. The movements I'm making. And yeah, thank you. I am a looker. It's the fact that I know who two people in chat are that's just cracking me up because I know they're both trying to pick on me right now. But anyway, I got distracted. But yeah, so I ended up, he had 8 of these 5-inch blanks left and he was just trying to get rid of them because this is a 5-inch blank and this is the 6-inch blank he's going to, just to give you a size difference. I really want to put this on a really cool, unique, special pen. In all honesty, I'm thinking about seeing if he'll just make me see how many more of these he has for sale, because he's a good dude. It's about as busy as I am. But he also has a YouTube channel if you want to check it out, Crosscut Creations. I've done a lot of stuff with his blanks in the past. I've used them for knife scales and a couple other things, not to mention, I couldn't even tell you how many pens. I think I still have the one knife blank or knife scale blank left. Let me look right quick. I think it was over here. Maybe I cut them both up. Well, I'm not seeing it, so if it's still there, it's hiding well. Yeah, I don't see it. But it was one of those Miracle Makers, this green, blue, and white. I made a little folding pocket knife out of it and put the scales on the sides, which is what you hold on to. Thinking about doing a few more knives this year too. If you guys are interested in seeing how to do scales, let me know, because I'm trying to get my hands on some cool looking things to use them for. I'm relatively new to doing it myself, but it's one of those things that I really enjoy. Plus, I like a nice blade. And I might see if a friend of mine that I met at a show last year would be willing to make just some blank knives for me so I can put the scales on. And then I'll do the final sharpening with a stone myself. I'm not half bad at that, considering I do a lot of carving, so I'd hope I'm at least okay at sharpening. All right. I really need to start remembering my cooling fluid, which is the water for acrylic. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the way it just sinks through with a little bit of water on the drill bit itself, but it doesn't fight nearly as much and just kind of lets you go through. That is a trick for doing any type of acrylic or resin for that matter. From my experience, almost any plastic, water helps a lot. Trick I picked up from Adam Savage of all people. That's another good book if you guys are interested in reading about makers. His book's called Every Tool's a Hammer. It's an autobiography of him, and his went into a lot of his past in making stuff. It was pretty interesting. If you get the audiobook, he's the one that reads it too, which to me made it even better. But chat check. Make one of what in pink? What pink are you talking about? Oh. Are you talking about that or something else? If you're talking about that, I can make arrangements to get it. Because you might be right, but I want to make sure I know what it is before I hit anybody up. And that's full extension. And as long as you see that dust coming out, you haven't, nothing's building up pressure in there, so it's not going to explode when you pull it out. Another thing to look at when you're drilling any type of acrylic or resin. So I'm pretty sure he uses a Limolite for these, which is just a brand of resin. That's really hot. All right. I am so happy I bought this Portaband for these. Every time I use it, I just go, I'm so happy I have this. That's another one of those tools. If you do a lot of pen turning, I cannot recommend enough to get a small 12-volt Portaband. I know Milwaukee and DeWalt makes one. I use a lot of the Milwaukee M12 stuff because I'm so heavily invested in DeWalt 20 volt that I don't feel right switching over. I got too many batteries, although one of them just completely quit working on me one day last year, and I got to figure out where I can take it to get rid of it safely. Because you got to be careful with that lithium ion stuff. I guess I'm not going to get my answer as to what Boops was referring to. So I'm also open to any ideas for video ideas as well, because most of the ones I got are going to be talking heads for a little bit and just me rambling about things. I got a couple carving projects I want to do. And I was going to do one with casting resin, but I messed up part of it, so I have to restart it all over. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to cast, and I just got all that figured out, so I'm going to start recording that here soon. That's going to take about a week to record, start to finish, because it's going to be a two-part episode. One where the actual casting and how to, the resin I use, how to mix it up, how to get rid of bubbles. Because I do have a couple resin projects I have for sale that people kind of, that's a lot of money. And it's, well, to do it right, I have to put it in a vacuum chamber and then a pressure pot that puts pressure into it to get rid of all the air bubbles. And not to mention the cost of the actual resin, the power to run everything, keeping everything up and maintained. In my vacuum pump, I actually have to change the oil in every so often. It's nothing that's hard or takes an abundance amount of time, but it's all things that need to happen to keep everything up and running. And if it costs me time to do, I do charge. I charge by the hour. But I think the marker's slowly drying out. Oh man, people sending me texts that are all nasty. Gotta love it. Chat seems awful quiet. Did anybody get any fun Legos for Christmas? Since nobody seems to know what tools are, according to Boops anyway. That nice and sloppy wet. One nice thing with this style of pen, if you do get it a little bit off, you can still recover from it with a little bit of know-how when you put it together. Chat's being suspiciously quiet, and I know I've got at least one troublemaker in there. And you guys are making me nervous. Hope I didn't get disconnected. You know, this says I'm still alive. I don't know. Does that look cool to you guys? Ah. Oh well. This is why I should not be allowed to operate under my own devices. No. That's kind of cool. I wish I got some Star Wars Lego sets that I didn't have to buy myself for me. You know, I had a couple of orange. Sorry, I said ADD moment. I'm looking for an orange pen blank that I thought I had over here. There they are. All right, I need my list. Ooh. Ooh. You know, let's do one more cross cut before I lead those. You know what? We'll do a couple of those. Oh, I only have one of those. I see a bunch of pen blanks I'm low on. If I start a Patreon, will anybody join? Alright. So I actually know the name of this color. I knew the name of all of them, really. We got Miracle Maker, Mint Chocolate Chip, and that's Rubber. I believe it's Rubber City Glory. It's Rubber City something. Yeah, they probably did. He strikes me as a Lego thief. I'm just happy I was able to back order one of those gingerbread AT-ATs before, and it showed up in like early December, even though it said it wasn't supposed to get here till January 6th. That thing's awesome. It has a gingerbread Darth Vader. I just realized I forgot to mark on all of these. Actually, I know you didn't eat that one. That one's in my bedroom. Although I could see you trying to eat ABS plastic. Poof! Quite sure. Think I got a little bit of buildup in this thing. All right. That sounds a lot better. A little bit of cooling fluid. Ooh, that's still hot. All right. Sorry, I'm checking something right quick. All right. Well, at least we're almost done drilling this batch out. And then I get to seeing some tubes and glue them together. You know, guys, I need to be ready. I need to run to my bedroom. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I got to make sure my AT-AT is still secure because it's getting too quiet. What the heck? Wow, I misread a few of those names. That's a good point. All right. All right, we got 4 more acrylics and then we're going back to wood. That's another one. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I got that whole label on there. I can't see it. I think I might have worked with them before, but if I did, I didn't have the actual name of it. Oh, and in case my buddy Josh comes back through and watches this later, your marks are off, dude. Just thought I'd let you know. All right. So I am happy to see at least one person commented they like the new angle, because I might have a video I've already recorded like this too, except it was more overhead. I don't know if I want to risk messing with the setup now because it's working. Ow. All right. I do wear a mask. I just don't when I'm drilling stuff out. I'm getting tired of people making comments about me having asthma too. It's not like I chose to pick it up from an old job. And if you're not watching chat, that would explain everything for you. You can't tell I got a little bit of dirt and buildup inside of that thing. Said it once and I'll say it again. Whelpers, every turner's best friend. If you're not familiar, whelpers are welding pliers. They are absolutely amazing for anything on a lathe. Because I got this little groove right there. You use it for the tip of a welder. That's what I use to clear that. If something gets stuck on the other side, you can bring it around here. Chucks are too big, but these guys, I use this for doing coffee scoops and bottle stoppers. Gives you a solid grip to break stuff loose. That way, if you don't have a crescent wrench handy for the flats there for it, and you can also hit on there and use that to crank it loose, or break it loose rather. I love these things. My little tidbit for any new turners out there, even experienced ones that might have never heard of those before. These look really cool when they're turned up. If I knew where I could get some, I have thought about it. I think it'd be kind of cool to hit with a heat gun and watch it go. Ah, we burned! Then again, I think it'd be cool too if I had a contractor didn't want stuff marked on snow over concrete when the snowstorm's coming, when we're off for 3 days. For those of you not in the know, that's a comment for a coworker that's in here, because I guarantee you he's laughing right now. But hey, gave me an easy last day of the year. All right. All right. We got 2 more acrylics, then we're going back to drilling out some wood, and then we get to glue everything up. And if we want to do some actual turning, not just drilling stuff, let me know, because I do need to get these last bunch drilled, but I'm getting tired of it. This is my least favorite part of making pens right here. It takes the longest, it's the fiddliest, and requires the most, the highest number of tools. tell you something I really want to try, but I'm also a bit scared of, is that thing. It's a box you plug in. You pour salt water over a bowl, and you hold two electrodes to it, and it actually arcs through it and gives you a lightning bolt pattern. It burns it into the wood. So I think it's salt and something else you mix in it. That looks fun. But I've also heard more than a few people have unalived themselves with it as well, because if you grab it, if you touch the electrodes or the piece while it's doing its shocking thing, it can have lethal results. But I'm crazy, so I want to try it. Had that random urge to attack a castle on one of the phone games I play. The electrodes that are on it have the safety. They've got enough plastic to be safe, and they're long enough where you don't have to touch the workpiece at all. Because what you do is you put it like on a plastic plate, pour the salt water and whatever else you mix in it over it. You put the electrodes like there and there, and then it would arc between them to give you the effect. And it's never it's never the same 2 times in a row, because it follows the grain of the wood and all that. And pop, maybe? No. Good. I need to harden that up. It's one of those things that looked fun to me. It's also one of those things I doubt I'll ever buy, because electricity scares me half to death. I'll work with it, because I mean, that plug right there, we did a video on how to actually change power plugs in your shop, or power switches in your shop, because I actually had the switch burn out 2 years ago. Oh, it's a year and a half. It was 2 summers ago. But just because I know how to do it doesn't mean I enjoy it. I've never heard of that. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but I've never heard of anybody doing it. All right. At least the wood goes quicker. All right. If you get too much water in there, you can also build up steam, which will pop it out pretty aggressively too. If you hit it while it's hot, everything should just peel off. All right. I love how it curls up off of there. All right, more cubes for the bowl. All right. Oh, wow. Anybody else besides me getting like ready for a nap? I don't know why. I just got tired out of nowhere. All right. Fumble. I've never seen a dash through there. Sorry, I got a couple texts I was replying to. All right. And if anybody's numbering or wondering, I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but on the ends of some of these, they've got a number there. That's just the order that they are stacked up in where I buy them. So, like this is number 18 from the end. Which memory serves, right? This is Spalted Tamarid. It's hard to find anything, at least for me, hard to find anything bigger than a pen blank's worth. And if you're just joining, I use these little blocks I'm cutting. I'm collecting them to throw in a resin bowl of pen blank cutoffs that are too short to do anything else with. So I don't got to put them in a fire ring or throw them away. I spent good money on them. That's a really soft wood. That actually put an indentation just off the drill. Cause I didn't push into it that hard. I do try to keep wood grain matched on these. All right, got that. This is the last of the spalted tamarind. All right. And by the way, if you guys are noticing when this thing goes through, I have my hand under it. I'm resting my hand right here so it actually cannot hit me. Unless I really mess up, which I have yet to do. It's also why I won't do this when I'm super tired or agitated. Any other questions, feel free to throw it down in chat. Happy to answer. How are we doing? Just saw somebody else join. All right. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting tired and sore. You ain't kidding there, man. Been one of those weekends. Alright. After this one, I gotta run over to the sander for a minute. I'll be right back. I wonder if they make one of these. Does anybody know if Milwaukee makes an M12 sander? I'm sorry, an M12 belt sander? I'm gonna look it up real quick just because I'm curious. Well, they have what's called a banned file. It's not quite what I want. All right. All right. I will be right back. I gotta go sand something down real quick. All right. I figure since I tortured you guys long enough with this, I'll go back to drilling later. We're going to knock out a couple tons. All right, I need vertex. Lock that down. Make sure that's nice and tight. Lock this in. We're gonna move this over here. Scooch my light out of the way a little bit. You guys can get a little bit of a better angle for what we're doing. Not that I've been looking into, ouch, ways to get you guys a better view. Helps you have it go in the correct direction. Roughing gouge. Full speed, then roughing gouge. Let me check one thing before I get too far into this. Okay, so we do want this fairly straight. And the bushings are identical. That's the two things I need to know before I shape anything, because this is a testing pen, for the record. Yeah. That's what I was seeing. That's really cool. I like that. All right. We're going to slow this down to about half speed, which is about 1800 RPM. We're going to do a little bit of sanding here right quick. A little faster. Water pop. That's how you can tell it's cold in the shop. All right. I'll throw a little bit of Yorkshire grit on it. And that's just with Yorkshire grit before we put any actual finish on it. Now we're on to our Dr. Woodshop's Pens Plus, which we apply at the lowest speed we can, which in this current gear ratio is 649 RPM. This lathe can turn as slow as 50. But I don't like to redo the gearing for one part of the finish, so there. That's 3. This stuff dries incredibly fast because it's an alcohol-based wax. Alcohol absorbs up in, flashes off, and then it leaves the wax behind. And then we just use a lot of heat to seal it in. So we'll just, that's our last coat of this. Crank that up to full speed. It's the final coat of beeswax that I put over everything. And then when I heat it up with the paper towel in my hand, that's how we set everything. Once it cools down, everything is set and ready to rock and roll for years of use. I just like to move it in or work it in slow. Slow motion back and forth. Make sure you're getting up against those bushings. Bring it over. Lock it on. All right. And that's our testing quick pen that I'm gonna start my rigorous testing on. I say rigorous, and I don't take them into foundries anymore. Used to be how I would make sure a pen would hold up. Carried a cup for about 2 months in a foundry when I worked in one. They hold up to that kind of heat without blowing up or anything stupid. They usually last pretty well. Now I just need this bar out of the way. And I'm about to sneeze. And we need a pen press. And we need assembly instructions because, again, I've never put one of these together. Oh, it's all on one page. That's always nice. All right, give me 1 second. We'll grab the pen kit. How we doing, folks? Just taking a break from drilling pen blanks and putting one together. All right. So let's see what we got in here. All right. All right. Okay. So we got these. Let's move it this way so I can actually see what I need to do. And we need the first side on here. Press that in. And then over on this side, we get a little bit more room. This is not the press that I prefer, but it generally gets the job done quickly. All right. Here we go. So then I just need a spring, and ink. Drop that in. This should just thread on. All right. And then we just have one more piece to add. Which is right here. It just threads into this. And there we go. So this will be on me for the next month or so to test it out, try it out, and see if it works. But will it work? We shall find out. It's also the second pen of the year that I've made. First tester pen of the year. But with that, I think I'm just going to call it because I'm tired. I'm getting frustrated is a strong word. Sore is more accurate since I'm about 8 inches too tall for this lathe. Unless anybody's got anything they want to see done. So otherwise, I think I might shut this down and get it set back up and keep on drilling, but be lazy so I can sit down. Just giving you guys a minute or two. Or until I see people leave. That's usually a good indication. Oh, that's what I saw. All right. Now, since we just had some people join, I will drill a couple more of these on there live before I call it done. But I've also been doing this for almost 3 hours. Oh, 2.5. I took a little bit of a break to make a pen. It's my least favorite part of making a pen right here. There's my bandsaw. All right. All right. Forgot how hard variable is. Oh. Oh. All right. time is it getting to be? Ooh, it's 5 o'clock. All right. How we doing? A little bit of black palm, also known as coconut palm. And for everybody just joining in, this is how I drill out pen blanks. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube junk. Any questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat. If you're watching the replay comments, I'm pretty good about responding to stuff. There's a few I've ignored, but that's because I didn't know how to reply. Portaband is at least in my opinion, should be every pen maker's best friend. Just like a pair of Whelpers should be every lathe operator's best friend. Alright. Alright. I think I'm going to call it after this one. Since I'm not getting too much in chat and I still got to run to a store, and I think they close in less than like an hour. Not quite an hour. I was going to go before this, but got held up at a couple errands. And one other thing, when I'm cutting, I actually have my hand down here, so when it falls, I'm not actually risking cutting my hand open. I don't recommend doing it that way, but that's how I do it when I'm in a hurry. One wrong move, you will bleed though, just be warned. I love me some walnut. All right. You know, I need one more to have that even. We're just going to even that up with a piece of purple heart. And I got to check and see what time the store closes, because it is 6. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I'm finishing this one. I gotta bounce. Close that. If you guys want another live where I actually do some more interesting stuff tomorrow, throw in the chat or the comments below, please. Because I'm gonna be out here pretty much all day. I still got to get a bunch of tops done. I like to pre-drill a bunch of blanks at a time, so then I can, if I don't want to do tops and I still want to play on the lathe, I can just jump into pens and go. I like how you get a little bit wet and it just unfolds on itself. That's the fast, sweaty, hyper person way of drilling on a lathe, for the record. It's tricky, but if you can do it just right, it is faster. All right. Well, I hate to take off like this on you guys, but if I leave right now, I've got 22 minutes till the store I need closes. So I have got to bounce. I will talk to you guys later. Like I said before, if you want another one tomorrow where we do more interesting stuff, comments below. With that, I will say cat in the hat and dappy dat. Y'all be safe in your shops and have fun.